to Psychic Café. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. I'm a 25 plus year psychic. It's all I've been doing, my energy healing and my psychic work for the last 25 plus years. And so, yeah, a lot under my belt with doing this now. Since 2012, I've only been working online. And so this is Psychic Cafe, where I share this gift with you to connect in with you all. I do have a private Facebook group as well, where we've got a lot of stuff going on in there at the moment. I've got a free portal too, so you're very welcome to come along to that. You can find all details about that. And Psychic Cafe Live is in there too. There is the link to it. And my readings and my energy healings are available from my website, behealing.com as well. There's a one-question reading on there and Zoom calls and all kinds of things. So visit behealing.com. Book yourself in if you're watching the replay. If you're on here live with me, if you manage to catch me live, then you'll need to be a subscriber for at least a minute in order to chat with me. So go ahead and do that. Let me know where you're watching from. And I'm just going to get some cards out for the collective first of all. We will be pulling cards out for everyone that shows up here today. So stick around till the end because I'll be getting you a card out there. But if you do have any questions for a reading, if you want to, while I'm live, if you want it super speedy, you can use Super Chat, Super Sticker to get a question answered for a reading. Otherwise, we'll have to book in on my website, behealing.com. I get my one question readings out very quickly. Now, if you visit my website, behealing.com, and it's your first time, you'll see a window pops up and it says, would you like to join my mailing list? And would you like a free message from your higher self? Hey, Adette. Would you like a free message from your higher self? Just put your name and your email address in there when that window pops up and I will get you your free message. But yeah, any questions for your readings, you will need to book in for one of the one question readings. Cool, you shared it on Facebook. Thank you for that. That was so cool. So for those of you wondering what we're talking about, Adette is she's in my free 5-day course, which is day 5 at the moment. We're just kind of finishing up at the moment. It will be running again in December, but every single day of those 5 days there is a prize. And yesterday Adette won the prize, and so she's won a 30-minute Zoom call reading with me worth $111. So it's really cool. And she manifested it, you see. I asked her how did she manifest it? And tell us what you did, Adette. You just wanted it, didn't you? You just told the universe that you wanted it. It can be that simple to manifest things. It can be that simple. Okay, so the cards for the collective today. We're starting out with the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is about leaving something behind, letting it go, leaving something behind. What is it that we're leaving behind? Well, something that's broken our heart. Something that's been heartbreaking. And so this could be, it could be all kinds of things, right? As we learn and we grow and we head toward getting more for ourselves in our lives, more of what we want in our lives, then we do need to let go. And how do we let go of that stuff that went before? Well, for me, it's by going through a process of changing within myself and then looking back at my old me that got myself into those heartbreaking situations and realizing I got myself into those heartbreaking situations. Realizing that the me now wouldn't have done that, wouldn't do that again because I've learned the lessons from it. I didn't spot red flags perhaps, or I just allowed things to carry on when it was hurting me, and instead of having a boundary or standing up for myself or, questioning things. Yeah, sometimes it's just I didn't ask the right questions at the start. And so this is how I let go of stuff personally, is that once I've learned the lessons from it and I get myself to this place where it just wouldn't happen again, right? It wouldn't happen to me again. I look back and go, well, yeah, that would never happen again. So I can let myself off the hook now because I've learned my lessons, and it provides some kind of forgiveness, to notice my part in it. And as I said, sometimes my part was just in never having seen those kind of red flags before, not spotting them before. So we live and we learn, right? But go through whatever process you need in order to let go of whatever has broken your heart in the past. Because if we remain like resentful about stuff in the past and feeling like a victim, And you probably were victimized for sure, but we can still learn how not to be victimized again in that particular respect, can't we? We can get smart. That can be our lesson. And then let it go. But if we remain in that victimization kind of thing, then we will attract that same lesson over and over again until we get it. Like, is she going to be smart this time, or is she going to be a sucker again and go for this thing? Because, wow, look at these cards. We've got death out next, because this is major life change. So we've got to let go of that stuff before. Like, for me personally, this kind of message would be about romantic relationships, because I've been single for almost 5 years now. And it's been really good for me to be single, but my guys keep on telling me that someone's coming in romantically now. And I do still have I can just see, and I've got lots of evidence that there's a lot of guys out there that there's just no way I'd want to get with them. And I can't let that keep me closed down as if everyone's like that, because clearly not everyone is like that. I've got a load of great guys around me, like really, I've got a load of guys that I really like around me. Some of them in relationships, some of them aren't. The ones that aren't and nowhere near my age, and so I wouldn't be getting into a relationship with them. But clearly they exist. The good guys exist, right? And then we've got fate coming in here, the Wheel of Fortune. And so if we just let go of that painful stuff, and it doesn't have to be a big job. I think a lot of us have been healing ourselves and letting go of the painful stuff already. If we let go of that pain, then everything will change. Everything will change. But I do not recommend letting go of the pain and just trying to surrender and move on before we've got the lesson of it, because, as I said, you just recreate the same thing again. And so we've got the chopped wood card, which suggests that there is some work to put in here. So this is about doing the work, actually putting some effort into it. And so you might need maybe like a session, like Odette's going to have a session with me, right? You might need like a session with a therapist or with someone like me. Like I call myself a mystic psychologist, because I use my gift to help people heal themselves, get over things, help themselves emotionally and all that kind of stuff. So chop wood. There is something that you actually need to do to help yourself. You don't need to do these things by yourself as well. Of course, you can get help. Someone can show you the way. Someone like me can show you the way so easily, because there's very little I've not been through and had to heal within myself. And that puts me into a great position, along with my gift, to help people in a big way. Hearing inner guidance is the next one too. Who else is here? Is anyone else on with us? Say hello. You'll need to be a subscriber for at least a minute to say hello, but do say hello. We've got hearing inner guidance next. My intuition flows whenever I'm still. Yes, the space. So when we meditate, or when we are doing something that takes our mind completely, for me, like that's exercise, swimming, could be gardening or things like that. When we're just doing something and it switches off our mind and we're totally engaged in that thing. That space that we get, or meditation does it too, spiritual practices, that space allows our superconscious mind to come through, right? So we've got a subconscious mind, that's the automatic mind, it's negatively focused, and it's running a commentary all the time of the negative things that could happen. It's there as a protection mechanism to keep us alive, and it tells us, what could possibly go wrong, and all of that kind of thing. We don't want the subconscious mind to run our lives. It's running most people's lives. We want our conscious mind. Our conscious mind is the thoughts that we think, what we decide to focus on. That's our consciousness, right? That's the awareness that we are, and then we choose what to think and what to focus on, what to process, and all of that kind of thing. We want to be predominantly in that. But when we silence all of that, when we find some space, then the superconscious can come through. The superconscious is like the receiver, that our mind is our brain is a transmitter and a receiver. And yeah, when we're in that space, when our mind is quiet, that's when we can receive the thoughts. This is what I'm really good at, right? I can get into that space instantly with my work and receive the messages. And the superconscious, it's thoughts that we receive. So it's not something that you would have thought up yourself. Can seem kind of random, but they're positively focused thoughts. They've got a different quality to them. than the subconscious thoughts, right? A lot of people think that they're getting guidance from the subconscious, and they are, right? But they incorrectly think that the guidance for the subconscious is the superconscious. They think it's intuition that's coming through. It kind of is guidance from the subconscious because it's telling you like what is standing in your way, right? It can be difficult to decipher the two. Like Adette, when Heather was talking today about her meditation experience, we had a live show in the group for the Psychic Portal Zone that we're on day 5 of. But yeah, Heather had said, like, for the day 5 exercise, she'd picked a card and then she sat in the meditation, and then the sadness of a partner not being there had come up, and that she thought that was intuition, right? But that wasn't from the superconscious, that was from the subconscious. That was the subconscious saying that there was a block in her way, and so she was meditating on opening up and receiving, and then the sadness of a partner not being there. So that's the subconscious. That is a negative thought, right? So it's from the subconscious, and it's saying what is blocking her from opening up to receive. And so there's just a different quality about it. There's a different quality about it, and we can often mistake that. We can often think that the subconscious thoughts are superconscious thoughts and it's our intuition, because it's guidance. It is guidance, right? But often the subconscious is shit guidance. It's not very good, right? So the subconscious can say that we're in danger when we receive an email from our boss. We're not in danger, right? But it thinks that we are, and so it's not a very wise guide, but sometimes it does come up with some interesting stuff. So that's just like a little bit on that, of hearing inner guidance, because there are different levels of guidance that we get. We've got the nervous system too, that makes us feel a certain way when things happen, and that's kind of running in a parallel with the subconscious mind. And then we've got greeting wellness too. The purple cards today. Oh, this is a little pinker. Greeting wellness, and this says, balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. Balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. Balance between giving and receiving. Balance between, I don't know, being hard and being soft. Balance between being open and being shut down. Balance is always the answer. In an extreme world, right, as well. Everyone wants to go one way or the other, and all arguing about extreme opposites. But balance is always the answer. It's always the answer. And it's almost very nuanced as well, you know. But that doesn't get clicks, does it? And so we don't get to see that kind of stuff. The nuance doesn't get clicks. More cards, please. More cards for the collective. So we're letting go of things. We're hearing our inner guidance. We're perceiving whether it's subconscious or superconscious guidance, which just really tells you whether it's a block or whether it's like a go-ahead kind of guidance. Letting go of those painful things from the past, kind of learning and moving on. And then we've got this big change coming in, but we will need to work to let go of these things. So book yourself a session. That's already going to book one, right? And then Karen Long won today's prize. Karen has been following me for many, many, many years. I don't think she's been that active. I haven't seen her name pop up a lot for this challenge that we've been doing. But she won. She won. So she got the 45-minute. And tomorrow there's going to be even more prizes. In fact, everyone gets a prize tomorrow. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. So if you have been thinking about getting a session, get in my Facebook group, because if you are part of that live show tomorrow, you're going to get a prize. Okay, what else do we need to know for the collective, please? Yeah, do you know Karen? I don't. She's sweet. Oh, look. Unconditional love, agape. Ooh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? You don't know. Yeah, she's been with me for a long time. I don't think ever particularly active within the group or stuff. And we've got the healer as well. Unconditional love, the healer. Even more healing. It doesn't feel like hard work healing, that healing card. It feels like that kind of healing, you know, and you let it go. when you let it go. Finally done with that. Moving on. Oh, apocalypsis. Apocalypsis is divine timing. Makes us feel. It makes it sound like the apocalypse, doesn't it? Like destruction and all of that kind of thing. But it's not. It's divine timing. Oh, everything comes around in the right timing, doesn't it? It's funny how that happens. This healing. It feels like we're ready. Finally ready for this next step and for fate to kick in. And it feels like this is on a collective level, of course. This is a reading for the collective. The earth is ready for this step up in consciousness. It's just so interesting, all the information that's coming out now through people that are connected. Listening to a podcast, Joanne Avison podcast yesterday. She's one of those people that whenever her podcast drops, I click on it right away. I want to hear what she says. She is an expert on fascia, but it's from about way more than that. And it was so interesting yesterday because she was talking about how the body isn't, like the patriarchy has told us, it isn't biomechanical, it's not mechanical, it's not a sum of parts. You can't build a body up by putting all these different parts together. It's one thing. And so when we are a fetus, before we're a fetus, we've got what with one cell, the divides to 2, 4, it doubles like that. And so it's unfolding. It's like we unfold and we're one being. All of our organs and everything, it's attached to each other. It's one. It's not different parts. So it's so interesting what she was saying. But she was saying that everything within the body is based on sacred geometry. She was explaining all about that. I highly recommend, if you're interested in stuff like that, to follow her. But there's just one example of information that's coming out now. And this information that we have already about how alien ships are biological things. It's like it's a biological thing. And so how do we create biological things? Us human beings are going to be doing it soon. We're going to be able to create biological vehicles in which we can give birth to in some kind of a way and interact with in that very same way. Joanne Avison. Hey Sophia, how are you? Joanne Avison, the Joanne Avison podcast. I love her energy, and she talks very deeply about all kinds of things. Talking a little bit on, some people tend toward hard body. I'm a hard body kind of person. Some people tend towards soft body, and there's like different things that we can do to kind of balance that up too. She's so interesting. She's so interesting. But yeah, there's so much information coming out now through people that are open to these things. And so consciousness is just like, is going up. We're going to be doing incredible things in a few years' time. And so with this message, Agape, the healer, and apocalypses, it's just time. It's time for us all. It's like we've gone through the dark ages, right? We've been in the dark ages of just so much trauma. Agape, unconditional love, the healer, and apocalypsis. It's like the healers rise up in this unconditional love. The people that are in unconditional love rise up, and the healers. To go beyond that, I saw a post yesterday of, was it millennials saying that they're the first generation that are actually healing and not doing the same thing that the parents did. And I had to correct them on that. I said, no, Gen X are the first ones that did that. And millennials are the ones that took what we learned from that, the information that we provided, and they did an even a better job, right? As is your place. But you're not the first. You're not the first to do that, right? And so... yeah, we've really been doing a really good clean-up job, so give ourselves a round of applause, Starseeds, for coming in to do this clean-up job. Greeting wellness. Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds good. Balance is a key to a life of infinite miracles. Sophia, offering, I'm going to be pulling a card out. My readings, my one question readings won't be done in here. You can book in on my website, behealing.com, for that. Or if you really want one in here, you can use Super Chat or Super Sticker if you've got a question that asks. But I will be picking a card out for each of us. I've only got like 10 minutes left on here for a message. I should get these out before I start. So, the Manifestation Cards by Rhonda Byrne, the Secret Manifestation Cards. If you'd like one pulling out for you, go for it. But if it's like a one question reading that you want, then book yourself in on my website, behealing.com. So yeah, do come along to and join my Facebook group if you're on Facebook, because there's going to be a big show tomorrow morning, a wrap up of the free 5-day class that I've been running the last 5 days, and everyone's going to be a winner on that. So I've given away 5 prizes through it in the last 5 days, which has been cool. Why am I continuing to shuffle? Because I'm talking. I've given away 5 prizes in the last 5 days. The first prize was a one question reading worth 29 Australian dollars. The day 2's prize was a mini energy healing worth $49. Day 3 was a 15-minute Zoom call reading with me worth 70 Australian dollars. And Odette won yesterday's prize, which was a 30-minute Zoom call with me worth 111 Australian dollars. And Karen today, for day 5, won the 45-minute reading Zoom call with me and worth $150. And tomorrow, the prizes are worth $500, and it's not just for one person, it's for everyone that shows up. So you're definitely going to be wanting to be on that call tomorrow. And so even if you haven't been through the 5-day process, you're very welcome to join our group today. The link is there in the live chat. This is mine today. Your natural state is joy. When you're miserable, don't you feel as though every bit of energy has been sucked out of you? Misery. I haven't felt misery for a very long time. I remember feeling miserable in the UK. Yes, misery was one of the feelings I had regularly when I lived in England, but I haven't lived there since I was 30, and I'm 54 now, so whew. Yeah, misery is not something that I felt for a while, but yeah, I'm not saying that I'm in joy all the time, mostly, but misery is not it. When you're miserable, don't you feel as though every bit of energy has been sucked out of you? Oh my God, yeah, I didn't used to have a lot of energy when I lived in England. I mean, I've always been sporty, and so I had a bit of energy, but now things are no problem to me. Now I've got a lot of energy. It's freed up. Like, my energy's freed up because I don't have any of those heavy emotions anymore. Don't you feel as though every bit of energy has been sucked right out of you? It takes so much energy to think negatively and to feel miserable, right? It does. Oh my God. That was just like, I don't know whether it was just like the people that I was around in England, but that to me is just the energy of English. I know it's not everybody. But to return to joy is so simple. All it takes is one positive thought, and then another, and then another. Cool. That's me today. My natural state is joy. It is. I am a naturally joyful person as well. I'm a jolly person. Like I said, it's not like I don't have challenges. It's not like I don't foray into, stress or things bothering me. I do, but it's very rare. Odette. Sophia, would you like a card? Odette, you've got 2. Oh, we're both in joy. Live in joy. Humanity needs your joy. Planet Earth needs your joy. The universe needs your joy. And that's why you're here. Find what brings you joy and start living it, and you've fulfilled your purpose. Helps living on a tropical island, from my perspective. Change your thoughts, change the future. At the end of every day, before you go to sleep, think through the events of the day. If any events or moments didn't go the way you wanted, replay them in your mind, the way you wanted them to go. You have now completely changed your future. Okay, so a message there for you, Odette, that humanity, the universe wants you to feel joy. It wants you to follow your bliss, right? Follow your bliss. Follow your joy. Oh, like, there'll be so many people that don't want you to do that, right? My family never. My family never wanted me to feel joy and have a good time because they felt like it was taking away from them. I presume that that's the case anyway. They're not emotionally evolved enough to actually talk about these things in that kind of a way, but that's what they seemed to really resent me following this joyful path and doing the things that I want to do, like it's not allowed, and they feel miserable because of me doing that. But that's not the case, is it? It's like us feeling joy, it's got absolutely nothing to do with what anyone else feels. It's not like if we feel less joy, someone else is going to feel more joy. It doesn't work like that, right? It's not like if we're healthy, if we feel healthy and feel good, then it's taken away from someone else's goodness. It doesn't work like that. Money works like that in a capitalist system. Absolutely. If you get wealthy, you're absolutely taken from someone else. You are. We're not supposed to hoard or anything like that. There's plenty to go around. There is abundance for everyone, but not that kind of hoarding abundance for everyone. There isn't that kind of abundance for everyone. And we don't need that if we live in a world that we can trust, right? And the abundance flows. But that's kind of side note there. The universe wants you to feel joy. I can stay on a bit longer now because Vicky, who won, I was about to do her session in 10 minutes, but she's just cancelled on me because her mum's had a fall and she's got to take her to hospital. Oh no. Oh no. And then from that place of knowing that the universe wants you to be in joy, you can change your thoughts, change your future. So if it wasn't like a really, really joyful day with loads of awesome things happening, let's just cancel that. Otherwise it's going to keep on going. I'll let her reschedule it. Sorry, my phone and everything's going to go off because my time booking system does this. It not only schedules a Zoom call, it sends an email to both of us out 24 hours before it and 1 hour before it, and then at the time of, and then when the person joins the Zoom call, and it puts it all in my calendar and everything. So there's this ding, 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 you've got this happening in 10 minutes. And it's going to tell me in 10 minutes too. It's a great system, but yeah, when someone has to cancel last minute like that, it doesn't work very easily. So that's your cards. And is it just me and you today, Adat? Is there no one else watching? Sophia, are you still here? Do you want a card? Vicky won the 15-minute reading. That reminds me, I need to message Karen about hers. So, my natural state is joy. 3 others are watching. Say hello, everybody. Pull you a card out. If you say hello, I'll pull you a card out. You're just kind of being creepy and watching me. I don't want to say hello. Cool. Can do that if you want. Watch me. It's a bit weird, but what else can we talk about? Yeah, so I've got a big wrap-up call tomorrow. It's been fun, hasn't it? Been fun? Have you enjoyed the process, Adat? I've been running a 5-day free class, and it's the first time that I've run it, and so we shamed them into leaving. It's the first time I've run it, and it's to get us through these portals, to make the most of these portals. So it's a simple 5-day process with the class. It only takes you like 15 minutes a day, and then I do a live call, which is about half an hour in the morning for me, but at the end of that, and it's been great. Anyway, I'll be running it again. We're starting again on the 17th of December, so that we're on day 5 when it's the portal, which is the 21st of December. So if you want to be part of that, just sign up on my website, behealing.com/portal. Sign up for it because we're doing it again. And so this has been a small group this time that have been through it, and it's been a lot of fun. So this has been like the first time that we've gone through it for me to see how it works and all of that kind of thing. But it seems like the format of it and the sequencing of it is really good. Next time I will be doing the calls an hour earlier because it's disrupted my exercise, being at 8 o'clock for me in the morning. I usually wake up at 5:30 to 6 o'clock, and so 7 o'clock is much better for me, and then I can get to training afterwards or go for a walk on the beach afterwards, and instead of trying to fit it in before. Yeah, I think we're going to get more out of it, right, in the December one. So in December, I'm going to be getting many more people on board. Now I know that it runs really well for us. And that's going to be really fun. So let's do that. Sign up. behealing.com/portal. Get your name in there. Got to be in it. And then there's prize giveaways all through it as well, and those will carry on. So a lot of fun. A lot of fun and a lot of engagement. With the process as well, you're going to need your own deck, but there are apps to get, right? You don't need a physical card deck, whether it's tarot or oracle cards. You can have that, but if you don't have one, there's plenty of places, right, to get a card out. You can, there's some people's websites, right? You can do a card pull, click on a button, and it pulls a card for you. Or apps, as I said, I've got a few apps on my phone that do it as well. And yeah, just one card, or sometimes two if two fly out. But what we're trying to stop ourselves from doing is from just asking questions and then never processing the answer. And so we just limit it to one card each day, and we really go through the process of what that card is telling you, what the messages are. There's a guided meditation to do each day as well, which just takes 10 minutes. The class to watch as well, which is just a 3-minute video each day. So it's quick and it's powerful, and we want to get the most out of these portals. And we also want to train ourselves to be more open to the guidance, rather than running through life, doing so much, being distracted by everything, and then taking that into our spiritual life too, doing our spiritual practice like it's all in a rush, and it's like getting loads of cards out and not really sticking with the answer and developing it through the day. We just slow ourselves down and we take it step by step. And of course, this is a process that you can use every day. I'm going to keep it going. Are you going to keep it going, Adat? I'm not going to wait till December to start it again. I'm going to keep my practices going. You get a workbook, and in the workbook it takes us through those steps, and in the workbook there is an activation every day as well. So hand on heart, saying it out loud after me. I say it in the class videos, we say it in the live call too, and you can say it by yourself at the end of your meditation as well. Yeah. Part of the process as well is writing everything down. So yesterday I wrote down just how easily can I receive $5,000 before the end of the challenge. And I also wrote down 5,000 please. That was because of you, Adat, and just asking for it. $5,000 please. Can be that simple, right? I am open to so much now. A new iPhone Pro. I did a little bit of research into that. I'm on a 12, I think. A 12 Pro. I thought it was 13 Pro. I can't remember. I did a little bit of research into it, and I'm not sure whether I want a 17 Pro or shall I wait for the 18. I'll probably wait for the 18. It looks like the 17 Pros will get scratched up. And then I wrote down the things that manifested. The gardener planted my papaya seeds. How cool was that? So, a few days ago, my cat's gone missing when I moved into here. The second day that I came here, she ran out when I came back with the shopping to fill the fridge and the freezer back up with food. She escaped and she never came back. And so that's more than 4 weeks ago now. She was feral before, so. And I realised, and my next door neighbours had cats the first couple of weeks, but then they moved out, took the cats with them. And there's a point where there's a dip in the road when I'm riding back just before I get here, probably about a minute less than before I get here, where there's a dip in the road and there's trees either side, there's jungle either side. I always look when I go past that and I think about the cat. I'm I wonder if she's hanging around here somewhere. And I had that thought as I was looking, then I had the thought at that very particular point in the road, I had a thought, what's wrong with my cat magnet? Usually it's one cat out, the next cat in. Everywhere I go, all the cats come out and greet me. Cats love me. I've had psychics, clairvoyant psychics that can see. And they say that I've got hundreds of spirit cats around me. So no wonder they all come flocking to me. And so this was my thought as I was riding home the other day. What's happened to my cat magnet? Surely there should be some more cats showing up. I get home less than a minute later and there's 2 kittens in my garden here. In my garden, right? And then yesterday I went out for my lunch, an early lunch, and I just checked in my little pouch bag thing if I'd got a plastic bag, and I did. I like to carry plastic bags around with me and reuse them, because I wanted to go and get myself a new papaya. And because there's this one resort, they sell bananas and papayas, and they grow them on this island, and they are so good. They're better than the stuff that is brought in from the mainland, the mass-produced stuff. The tastes so much better. They have the best bananas. I don't eat bananas that much, but papaya every day. And so I went to go and get one of their papayas. And as I'm riding home, that very same stretch of road, when I'm going down the dip and the jungle's around, I thought I should give some of the seeds to the gardener so he can grow them, because he's growing this garden. Do you want to see my garden? It's getting really good now. And I manifested this too. I asked for a house and a garden. I put it on my manifestation list, and here I am in this new house and this garden. It's the front. There's going to be even more soon. There's going to be a pumpkin patch as well. We've got herbs, we've got greens growing, we've got chilies growing, we've got some, I don't know what stuff growing in there. And my papayas, it's got some of my papaya. No, so I'll continue the story. So I got my papaya, it's hanging off my handlebars on my bicycle, and I'm riding home and I'm thinking this, giving some seeds. And as soon as I get back, he's out there doing something out there in the undercover garage bit where I put my bike. And he saw my bag with the papaya in it. He started like this. We don't speak the same language. So he went running to get in, and he's like, getting me to wait. He went running to get his phone, and he's got this translation app, and he was typing into it. And then he showed me the translation. It said, "I can grow them for you. Give me some seeds." And so I gave him some seeds out of it. And I'm like, within a minute from me thinking something on that bit of road to getting back, instant manifestation like that. Cool, huh? And so this morning I asked for money. I'm like, that's the magic portal for manifestation, that bit of the road. I've got to ask for something every time I ride past that bit. And so I asked for my $5,000 as I'm riding past that bit this morning. My manifestation portal in the road. Cool, huh? So that was that. So I wrote it down on my list because that's receiving. Yes, and a customer booking a session with me as well, and the more interaction that I'm getting in the group and with my posts and stuff like that, especially in some other groups on Facebook too. Like, I've been ignored for so long, like on all of my social media posts and my YouTube channel and all of that, and I'm turning it around. And you know what else yesterday too I realized is I was preventing, by the way I'd set my business up, I was preventing it going big, because my time booking system, I wanted to be like available in a lot of different times for people in different time zones. And so I had all of this, like these times availability. Now, if a video had gone viral and if people had booked in, there's no way I'd be able to do it. There's absolutely no way I'd be able to do all of that. And so I'm like, okay, I'll change my availability, presuming that I'm fully booked. Just putting the period times in the day that if I was fully booked, I'd be able to handle it. And just like that realization of like, oh, I was stopping. The way I'd set it up, I was stopping me getting out there, because I wouldn't be able to deal with it if people had booked in with me. Well, if a lot of people had booked in with me, I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I was kind of presuming that I was going to be quiet and unheard and all of that kind of thing, right? And so I changed all of that. I downloaded Mac operating system Tahoe, the new one, because it was wanting to update the old one, but then when I looked at the updates, it said that this is new version. And so I downloaded the new version, and with the new version there's quite a lot of changes. It looks really nice. And so I tidied up my desktop. I've got little icons on my folders and all that kind of thing. All the sorting out that I've been doing in the last few days is making me feel really good and ready for these big changes that the guides say is coming, right? It's coming. So let's get ready for the next portal, which is the 21st of, I guess there's one on the 12th of the 12th, maybe, but we're going to do the one on the 21st of the 12th because that's a new moon in Sagittarius. Is it Sagittarius? Capricorn? Sagittarius. And it is when AI Atlas is closest to us, or is it closest to the sun? I can't remember. It's got something to do with, not AI, 3i Atlas, I always say that. It is the solstice. And there's some other kind of it's closest to us, is it? Yeah. There's some kind of another astrological thing going on. I'm not an astrologer, so I don't know, but it is a portal, right? The solstice. So this next time we're going to be running it so that day 5 is on the portal. So when we get, like today's day 5, in the 1111 portal, so that when we're in the actual portal is when we're opening up, and gaining the benefits from it. So I think it's going to run so much better like that if the portal day is day 5. So I'll lead up to the portals each time. Cool. And then I'll find out when the next one is after that we'll run it too. It's been really nice. It's much better than just doing this Psychic Café show for me. It's been much better. Having that interaction and it being like more useful and having us doing a process and all of that kind of thing. Getting people invested, getting them to do things. And I know a lot of people just kind of showed up to say hello in the... What's going on with my hair? In the live shows just to try and get the prize. I noticed that people weren't interacting with the actual show. And I get that, the prizes are an incentive to come along. But the content, if you do the content, it's far more powerful and far more valuable than the actual prizes that you might win along the way. It's just a little sweetener, a little incentive, and it's fun for me too. I do like doing that kind of thing, the prize giveaways. It is fun. It's a fun process. And you might have noticed I love being generous. It's really nice. I enjoy sharing my gifts. I enjoy just doing it in this kind of a way, marketing myself in this kind of a way, a win-win situation, sharing my gifts so that you get something out of it, and it's showing you what I can do, so people can book into. Cool bananas. So yeah, if you'd like to come along to the wrap-up session, you're very welcome to do that. You can sign up on my website, and then you'll be in there ready for the portal that is in December. Cool. And of course, if you'd like reading or anything with me, then visit my website, behealing.com. Thanks everyone for coming along, even if you didn't talk. Thanks, Adette. It's been really cool getting back in touch with you again, and you coming out of that marriage that you were in. It's a brilliant timing for you to do just that. Yeah. And yeah, book yourself in. We'll do that call. And I'll just let Karen know that she's one now too. See you then. Bye.